My question to start off with today is this. What do psychedelic mushrooms have to do with Christmas? Any guesses? Well, bear with me. We're going to get there, but I want to start with Super Mario Bros., the video game, right? The game that was released in 1985. It's a sequel to the immensely popular Mario Bros. From 1983, and Mario Bros. Itself was built around the Mario character from Donkey Kong. But that's a story for another day. It's a good story, but it's a story for another day. What I want to bring to your attention is Super Mario Bros., and the concept of the game is pretty simple, right? You run through levels, collecting items, coins, and power-ups, all kinds of things. All of it in pursuit of rescuing the princess. Why rescue the princess? Well, let me read to you from the original brochure that came with the game, the backstory that's in it. It goes like this. One day, the kingdom of the peaceful mushroom people was invaded by the Koopa, a tribe of turtles famous for their black magic. The quiet, peace-loving mushroom people were turned into mere stones and bricks and even field horsehair plants. And the mushroom kingdom fell into ruin. The only one who can undo the magic spell on the mushroom people and return them to their normal selves is the Princess Toadstool, of the daughter of the Mushroom King. Unfortunately, she is presently in the hands of the great Koopa Turtle King. Mario, the hero of the story, maybe, if you do well, Mario hears about the Mushroom People's plight and sets out on a quest to free the Mushroom Princess from the evil Koopa and restore the fallen kingdom of the Mushroom People. Now you are Mario. It's up to you to save the Mushroom People from the black magic of the Koopa. That's it. That is the backstory. So on your quest, if you're Mario, to save the princess, you collect these coins and other items that give you powers to help you get through all of the bad guys. And one of those items is this. When you grab this item, Mario gets really big, basically invincible for something like 10 or 15 seconds or something like that. And here's the thing. Here's the thing about that particular item. This same item, this image, isn't found just in Mario Brothers. It shows up across pop culture over and over again. Think about Alice in Wonderland. Alice eats the mushroom and grows enormous or tiny, depending on which side of the mushroom, right, she goes to or something like that. Walt Disney's Fantasia, right, the Nutcracker Suite sequence featuring dancing mushrooms, they look kind of like this one. Or even more so, think of the Smurfs, right? That cartoon of the Smurfs. I grew up, I think, on the Smurfs, it seems anyway, right? I can even sing the song for you, that little melody that they all go la 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 la, right? The Smurfs live inside of giant red and white spotted mushroom houses. Or gnomes and fairy tales across all of Europe, right? That the folklore of Europe, the classic toadstool, the one garden gnomes that sit on, the one in every fairy tale illustration. It's red. It's red and white spots. It's all over the place. And so that mushroom, that red cap and white spots, it looks nearly identical to an actual mushroom that exists in the real world. It's called Amanita Mascara. And now, I have to admit, who knows if any of these artists and storytellers did this intentionally, maybe not. But here's what's not really debatable. This mushroom, in real life, has psychedelic properties. When dried and ingested, it produces euphoria, a sense of deep peace, synesthesia, which is where you can see sound or hear color, right? And, wait for it, macroscopia. I think that's how you say it. Macroscopia. It's a perceptual experience where objects appear enormous. Like Mario, when he grabs that mushroom and grows huge. One of the most iconic video games in history depicts its main character gaining powers from a mushroom. Powers that real people have actually experienced from this exact mushroom for thousands of years. But I didn't start this conversation out by talking about video games and cartoons and stories. I started it by asking about Christmas and psychedelics. And so let's get there. Amanita Mascara. As you've already seen, it depicted in those games and those stories, has a bright scarlet cap with white spots. It grows in Siberia, Northern Europe, and the Arctic, in symbiosis with birch and evergreen trees. And I want to be upfront, I'm not a mycologist, I'm not a mushroom expert, but everything I've read says that Amanita Mascara itself is not deadly. It won't kill you. But its cousins will, like the death cap, which is one of the most lethal mushrooms on Earth. But that's supposedly in a different category. But Amanita Mascara is not deadly. And when you dry it and ingest it, as I mentioned earlier, it produces euphoria, deep peace, synesthesia, macroscopia, just like Mario grabbing that mushroom and growing huge, or microscopia like Alice shrinking small. But here's the part that I really want to get to. Siberian shamans, some of the earliest spiritual practitioners that we have any record of, used this mushroom ritually for millennia. For the Arctic peoples of the North, it wasn't recreation and it wasn't curiosity. It was the door to the spirit world. It was a gateway to the divine. And here's kind of where it gets wild, right? Every major image we associate with Santa Claus, every single one, traces back to those Siberian shamans and this little red-capped mushroom with white spots. So here we go, right? There's a few of them. The red and white suit. Siberian shamans wore ceremonial red and white trimmed jackets when they went out to gather the sacred mushrooms. The colors of the Amanita Mascara. Even today, some still do this. Okay, take Christmas trees and ornaments, right? When the shamans collected the mushrooms, they needed to dry them. And so they would often do that by hanging them on branches of the surrounding birch and fir trees, colorful objects dangling from an evergreen. Stockings by the fire. If mushrooms were dried indoors, they'd be strung near a fire to finish the process. And in the morning, the clan would wake up and find them there, right? These dried mushrooms waiting for them, hung by the fire. Think stockings. Think Christmas morning. Or even, this one's crazy, think of the flying reindeer. It's my favorite one. Reindeer in Siberia actually actively seek out and eat Amanita Mascara. They get visibly, noticeably, I suppose intoxicated is the word. And the shaman's spiritual journey, known as the flight, was understood to be guided by these animals. And here's the archaeological kicker, right? There are hundreds of flying reindeer rock carvings that date back to at least 1000 BCE, found in Siberia and Mongolia, right? The flying reindeer is not just a cute story someone made up. It has a 3,000-year paper trail carved in stone. And one last one, right? The elves. People who consumed this mushroom described encountering small people, small spirit beings living inside of the mushroom who offered wisdom and guidance. Think Santa's helpers in his workshop at the North Pole. Right? So you see, Christmas, at least the part that exists outside and beyond the Christianized holiday, is directly tied to the psychedelic spirituality of the North. This little red mushroom may have an awful lot to do with Christmas. Okay, let me be clear. Not everyone agrees with all of this. There are outlier scholars who have made these connections carefully and compellingly, and there are others who push back just as hard. This is certainly contested. Not everyone agrees. But here's kind of why I'm bringing this up. In the book that I've been working on, the book that is about to be published very soon, this isn't about proving anything, and it's certainly not an endorsement of psychedelic use in religion, but I'm not dismissing it either. The bigger question, the one that my book keeps pressing into, is this. Where have we, as humans, actually encountered the mystery, the unknown? Where have we encountered the divine? Is it only within the well-defined confines of organized religion? Or has the mystery always been found a little further out, outside of what is safe, outside of what is sanctioned, outside of what is easily defined? Is it possible that the divine can be encountered through the very substances we share this planet with? Life forms that existed long before Homo sapiens ever walked the earth, that have found their way into our ancient scripture, our holidays, our folklore, and even our video games? Is it possible? I think that's a question worth sitting with. Is it possible that the divine can be found in the very things that, at least in recent history, we've shied away from and even called illegal. Thanks for listening. See you next time.